Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzzerBot, and here I am bringing you the Lego Technic container truck from 2010, set number, where's the set number on the box? 8052. 686 pieces, power functions included, batteries not included, the container truck. Now first off, I'm going to take a couple of seconds of your time here to talk about the set. Like I said, it's from 2010. It's a 2-in-1 set, so it has an alternate model, the tipper truck, which is back there. I'm gonna assemble that and review the alternate model. I'm just once I'm done with the review here, I'm gonna take it away and assemble it. I'm probably not gonna review it for a while though, and then after that, I'm gonna disassemble the pieces so I can use them in my Mach-Me. But here's the front of the box. Oh, it's behind there. Front of the box has just the main toy, showing off some of the features here. It comes with a power functions motor and a battery box. And while not officially an electronic part, it comes with the linear actuator, which is mechanically driven via the means of a couple of gears and also a universal joint running the linear actuator back here that propels the gimmick. Now, this set came with a sticker sheet, which I applied all of them, which kind of limits the range of things the piece can be used for, but I did it anyway just to review the set. And it came with 2 instruction booklets. Here's the second one. And I don't remember if this is true, but let me just check this out. Never mind, I was mistaken. I thought that the books read in a different way, but no, they both are to be read this way, I think, just to open the pages and read the instructions. And 2 instruction booklets. The alternate model, you have to download the instructions, so you need a laptop to just view them on Lego's website, or you can download them and print them. I don't print them, it takes a while to do that, and I never have ink in my printer, so I just look at them on my laptop, it's fine. So here's the container truck. It has some beautiful rubber tires. They got dirty because I've been rolling it and testing it and stuff, and they collect dust, of course. And the funny thing is, this thing doesn't officially have suspension, but just because of the rubber tires and the tolerances of the pieces, it almost feels as if it does. Also back here, something interesting is that they have mirror stickers that you can only see from certain angles. Now, down here, you can see the power functions motor is hooked up down there. The power functions battery box is up here, and the linear actuator is right there. It's a long rod-like piece. Now, to replace the batteries, what you're going to want to do is unplug this brick here, which is hooked up to some wires. Now we let that drop, and then you simply pull the battery box off of the 4 pins it's held on. It's held on by these pieces. Now, replacing the batteries, you just take the battery box and you slide down the panels. I have some Energizer AA's in there. You need to do it on both sides because the batteries are in 2 compartments. Well, it's exactly the same as the other side, but you just pull down both sides. Sometimes hard to do. And then to close it, you just slide the piece back in. As you can see, there's a you can turn the switch either way. There's this was a sticker that came with the set. Now, to plug it back in, you first of all want to get in there and grab the wire, or if you plug in the battery box before that, that makes it a lot more difficult. There we go. And plug the battery box back into its pins. And then plug the plug back in. There you go. Now, the main gimmick is the container gimmick here. Now, of course, there are a couple of controls. The controls up here operate the battery box and the way the current or the electricity moves. And turn it this way, it moves one way. Turn it the other way, it moves the opposite way. Now, this red switch here, there's a sticker right behind it depicting if it's switched in this position to the right, it'll tip the bed. And if it's switched to the left, it will push the container off the truck bed. Now we're going to try out this first gimmick over here. Make sure it's turned to the left. The sticker is depicting what it's going to do. I don't know if you could actually see the sticker. And we can also push this piece off to the side so it'll allow this piece to open. Doesn't work very well, but it can sometimes work. And we're going to push the switch to the right, to the red option. Well, I think it's the red option at least. Anyway, there we go. So as you can see, it'll dump the contents of the bed if you put anything in there. And unfortunately, you can hear the sound is when the actuator reaches the maximum height, it will make that horrible sound. So you need to manually turn it off once it reaches the end, or else you'll strip the gears eventually. And here we get a good shot of the actuator moving. There, like I said, there are some universal joints and gears being run by the motor down there. Now, we turn the switch the other way, it'll drop the bed, or drop the container. There we go. Now, you can also take off the container just simply by locking it in there, and there are some rails down here that will hold it from moving from side to side. And that's going to be used for the next portion of the gimmick, where you push the lever to the right. Now, when I first assembled the set, I was only able to make the bed dump, and I couldn't understand how to make the container come off. Now, that's just because I was trying to push this switch. What you need to do is you need to get a finger down on the bottom of the switch so you get some good leverage, because this switch is not strong enough to actually do it on its own. So you get your fingers right in there and then just push it. It's moving a little piece on the actual dumping bed that allows it to drop the container. Now, I'm going to need to back up a lot for this. We push the switch to the right, and also we probably want to make sure that the little end doesn't come out, but let's go. There we go. And now we can drive away. We've left the container on the ground. And if we wanted to, we could also get this thing to move back up so we could drive away. But if we want now, we'll drive back up to this thing. Turn the switch the other way. Oops, sorry. And it'll lift the container back onto it. There we go. One other feature of this toy is that it has a gear up here that runs the steering very well. So this thing steers very well. It's fun for kids to play with this thing. The power functions make it difficult for kids, I'd imagine, though, because they probably wouldn't be able to turn it off. It'll probably take them a while to turn it off after it has already reached the maximum. So they might wear out the gears. This isn't recommended for kids, though, because it takes way too much time to assemble. I'd say that it'd be almost impossible for a kid under 10 to assemble it. And that's not trying to insult the kids, it's just that this takes actual physical strength to assemble. Technic sets, the pieces don't have a lot of surface area often, they require a lot of physical strength to manipulate, and it's just an extremely strenuous thing. I couldn't imagine a small child doing it. Above 10 even is still a bit of a stretch. I'd recommend the meaty spot is probably 13 to 16-year-olds assembling this, I think. But that is the LEGO Technic container truck, or container transport. What's it called? Yeah, container truck. It says container transport back here. As you can see, it has European license plates. It has all that stuff. The bottom is pretty clean of stuff. Highly recommended set. I found this thing very, very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It might be kind of difficult to get because it's a 2010 set, but I hope I'm not forgetting anything. And good set overall. I like the blue. Blue's not a color you get in Technic often from what I've seen. So this is recommended. Big thumbs up. Highly rated set. Mostly for older kids and adults, though. Good functionality. You get the power functions, battery box, motor, and linear actuator, so that's some good stuff there. Anyway, thanks for visiting the BuzzerBot, and I'll review the alternate model at some point, so see you guys later. Bye.